Because we want to protect our asses from crybabies, salty bitches, and lawsuits, we want to remind you this show is rated M for mature individuals only. That means if you're easily offended by graphic language, griefers, or full frontal nudity, please disconnect now and get the fuck out. Thank you, Mario. But the good podcast is in another castle. I know you want this body, but you just can't have it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Remove From Play, the show where we remove ourselves from the culture and hobby we love to discuss in. What is that culture and hobby? Video games. Today is Tuesday, May 23rd, 2017. May the 23rd be with you. You can say it for every day. I don't know why they made the. I know why they made the 4th, but you can say it for any day. I swear. Episode 183 is this week. Yes, it's the real 183.
I prefer the Revenge of the 6th.
See, here's how I always thought the order was. It's May the 4th be with you, Revenge of the 5th, and Return of the 6th. That's what I thought. But the 6th makes sense for Sith.
Yeah.
So that's why. But that's the way I always did it. Was 4, 5, 5, and 6. That's the way I did it. Because there also was, the 4th movie, the 5th movie, and the 6th movie. Oh!
Yeah, we don't talk about the prequels.
No, that's what I mean, though. No, the
beginning of the month
A New
doesn't
Hope
count.
is episode 4, May the 4th.
I know. The first 3 days of May
Return
don't
of
count.
the 5th.
The calendar just starts on the 4th. We don't even have May 1st and May 2nd and May 3rd.
I like mine better. May the 4th.
Fine.
I like mine better. Fuck you, society. Mine's better.
So how come we don't have the chat anymore? I can't see.
You do have the chat.
I don't got that.
Well, sorry.
You producing a bad show.
All right. Here you go. There you go. Boom. It's probably slightly off the one camera, but you have to deal with that.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, well.
You have to deal with that shit. Yeah, so we're back with more video game awesomeness.
Chat is completely dark.
Because there's nobody talking. What are you saying? There's actually millions of people talking. We're so popular.
Yes.
When we do this live. We can't keep up with the chat. That's why we don't acknowledge them, because they talk so fast. That's why.
We have all the endorsements and high quality cameras and studio.
Yes, we have legit stuff. Totally. There's one thing in here that is ghetto.
That camera stand obviously didn't fall off the back of a truck.
Oh my god. Yeah, sure. Why not? We'll go with that. Yes, we got some little bites for you guys. News of the week. Then we'll finish up with the gaming spotlight, where we have a retro game of the week and the noted new game releases for the week. But we're starting like we always do. What have we been playing? I myself have been going real hard on that Final Fantasy 15 still.
Oh.
I'm probably gonna finish up my second playthrough soon.
Holy shit.
And then I already know what to do. It's kind of, you're gonna go a little faster, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit there. Oh, I should totally sit here and do all these hunts, because I probably won't be able to do hunts again. And I realize later in the game you can go back and do any hunt you want. So it's like, you gotta make sure you're the right level, pretty much.
Haha, I'm higher end than you little lobies.
Lobies.
Murdering poor innocent animals.
Oh boy. So yeah, I still have been just mostly playing that, to be honest. Yeah, that's pretty much it. How about you?
Really, that's it?
Yeah, I was gonna reinstall StarCraft 2 and play with you guys a little bit. I want to get some Nexus Wars on, but then I didn't do that.
Did you ever get
No, I don't want to support that early access game.
No, I'm saying the freaking.
I'm so close to getting
Legacy of the Void. Have you ever gotten that?
Yeah, I got that forever ago.
Oh, well then why aren't you doing co-op Commander?
Yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I will.
Some bitch.
I downloaded the BattleNet client, which is now Blizzard.
You getting ready for that Destiny 2?
Yeah, well, that's coming way later though.
I know.
I actually am gonna play it because it's gonna be on PC now. So
I don't understand why it's got to have a later release than the consoles.
I don't know, probably because it takes longer for them to make it for PC. I don't know.
Maybe because our graphics will be better.
I would like to think it will be. Because you'll have, options and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I am this close to getting that Battleground. What's it called again? Battleground.
Player Unknown
Yeah,
Battleground?
that one. I am getting very close to breaking my rule of no early access game. I just want to play it.
It is fun.
It'll be so fun just to parachute in and you literally die in like 2 bullets.
Oh.
And noise matters, and it's like, yes.
It's just irritating when it's like sometimes it's got that little lag and it's like, oh, there's a car suddenly in front of me. Thanks for all the time to avoid it. Maybe if I go prone, he won't see me. Oh, he ran me over.
Yeah, because it's like I was never into like DayZ or World War Z or anything like that, but something about this is appealing to me. I don't really know why.
It's
essentially the same thing almost.
I've always wanted to play the World War Z, and it's like after I got it, no one wanted to play it anymore.
Wait, is it called World War Z? Or is that the movie?
I know I think it's just DayZ.
There's DayZ.
I think it's just DayZ.
World War Z. What is that one? That is a movie, right?
I think it's
it's the War Z. It's called the War Z. Okay, because I think the one thing I was saying is a movie with Ben Affleck. No, Brad Pitt. That's
there you go.
I think that's what I was talking about. Damn you, South Park. Damn you. But how about you, Crazy Peepers? What have you been playing?
Well, seeing how we haven't had a show in a while, I've been able to play a lot of games.
Oh, like what?
Well, I got the Switch, so I've been playing Breath of the Wild.
The Breath of the Wild.
Some Mario Kart.
Breath of the Wild.
Okay, stop it. Breath of the Wild smells like turkey.
They can't smell it.
Stop it.
I
can smell it.
But you're in another. But wait, you're in another room.
It's going through the vent ducts.
Yes, it's that strong and poignancy.
But yeah, so I've been playing that. I'm still playing Northgard. It's just got updated with a patch, so a lot of people are kind of yay and nay on it just because they had it where when your buildings got damaged, or if you had wood, you just click repair. Now, you need to send a villager to go repair it. And a lot of people are like, I don't like this.
I can just imagine being there like, I don't like this no more.
I don't have an extra villager to go over there and fix something.
It's gonna stay broke.
Nah, but
You know that old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, this is broken, I ain't gonna fix it. Reverse. If it breaks, we ain't gonna spend that time.
I kind of like it just because it makes villagers feel like they have more importance, like more things to do. My only issue at the moment though is I don't know why, but every now and then one of my buildings just catch on fire, and it's like, why? Nothing attacked it. Why is my building randomly on fire?
Maybe someone lit a cigarette. Yeah, by their little hut. I assume they're huts.
No, I mean,
like normal buildings.
Yeah, they're Norse.
So like stone.
Wood, stone.
The wood burns.
Think Age of Empires, damn it.
Wood
Age
burns.
of Empires 2. Not that shitty third one.
Remember when Shia LaBeouf was a small kid on Disney Channel?
Yes, I remember holes.
I know that's random, but yeah.
I don't think it is random. I think you're building up for something. Is this a segue?
No, it's not. Actually, is it accidentally a segue? Let me take a look. No, it's not. It's about arms.
Yes. You remember how Shia LaBeouf had arms?
Yeah, he had arms.
And they could spring forward and punch you?
Yeah, he did. Speaking of arms. Hey, speaking of arms that people have, we're going to some little bites. So we got some more information about arms and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to read the bullet points of this because that's really all that really matters in my opinion. So ARMS isn't going to require motion controls, things like that. It's a fighting game that is not a niche genre. The fighting games are not a niche genre, so they think that everyone will enjoy this type of game because, it's simple. It's not just because only fighting game players are going to like this. No, they think it's going to be open to everybody, really. And they think that everyone can enjoy a fighting game, even though it's in a slightly different style than other fighting games. They think everyone can enjoy it. And another thing was, so most of this came from an interview, by the way, from Edge Magazine. So then they asked him a bunch of questions regarding those things. And one of the last questions I had here was, what does he hope for ARMS for the future and all that stuff?
I would love a franchise.
Yeah, he comes up and says, I want it to be his franchise. And it's like, of course you do, because you like it. And
What, you think you're Splatoon, motherfucker?
Hey, man, I would have never thought Splatoon would be a thing. So, hey, if Nintendo's open to new ideas and new things being franchises, I'm all for that. Let's grow that catalog, baby. So, yeah, just a couple of little snippets about ARMS and stuff. It's going to be a good game. I kind of wish it would have launched with the Switch. I feel like it should have. 1-2 Switch was supposed to facilitate that cool thing, but no, that thing sucked because it was $60.
Man, it's like Wii Sports shit on 1-2 Switch.
If it was like $10 or they gave it to you for free, I don't think everyone would have hated it as much.
Yeah, it should have been like a free game.
I would have liked free. We all like free.
I love free. That's how we got this camera, 5-finger discount.
Hey. We have spent many time and money doing that. So no, we didn't. No, we did. We totally did.
Yep. Right on that street corner.
The street corner.
Buy one, get one free Thursday.
Sweet barbecue. Speaking of Battlegrounds that has sweet barbecue in it.
Yes.
So that game we were talking about before, the
PlayerUnknown Battleground.
Apparently it's going to have a skin crate economy after release. So that's how you're going to, buy things and whatnot.
Uh-oh.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's my problem with the skin. Now, I haven't played it, obviously, but I've been watching a shit ton of streams. I feel like skins aren't, the best thing for this. Because it's like here's the pony unicorn skin. Well, I think you're going to stand out if you're wearing that while you're playing through the game. And then they can't make any skins that would give you tactical advantage because it's like, hey, he paid for the goalie suit skin. He actually will be less visible to see. And if that's only a skin you can buy, well, then people are going to get pissed. So I think skins are a bad way to go for this.
No, you know how you fix that?
How do you fix that?
You see the person first and then you kill him.
Okay. Yeah, that's not a way to fix it, but
yes it is.
No, I don't agree with that. I disagree with you, sir.
Do you know how people just a lot of people just play it okay, the circle is closing. We'll just hide in the house that's on the outskirts of the circle and wait for it to shrink again. We'll just hide in the house. That's how it happens.
Yep, that's there you go. Exactly. That's how it happens. That's one way you can play it.
So you don't have to worry about that person wearing the cool kick-ass
Well, then at that point, if you're not even going to be seen or do kick-ass stuff with your cool skins, then that's even more of a point not to sell skins. Because the whole point of skins is so you look cool and you look cool to other people. So if they're in this weird game where it matters what you look like because it does help you if you're more camouflaged into things, well, then people are going to complain. But if they make everything bland and not unique at all, then no one's going to buy it. And if they do things crazy and outlandish, it's like, well, now I'm going to have a disadvantage. So I think this is a situation where I think skins are just a bad way to go about doing it. At least with gun things, some guns, did they disappear or did they? Because I know some people usually die before they get cool stuff. But you carry your stuff too, right?
Yeah.
So even certain guns, if you do that, it could give you away.
Well, you don't carry a gun unless you find a gun, so.
How does that work? You find the pistol that you paid for, and it magically just turns into a gold gun when you pick it up because it's.
I guess that's how it would have to happen.
So, and because things like CS:GO, which they reference in this article, saying that there are games that do that. Well, that's different. Yeah, visibility is a thing, but it's not such a grave disadvantage. Like if you had a giant purple gun, they'll see you. Oh, I see you. Shoot. It's not oh, I saw the purple gun shoot because it's CS:GO. It's a first-person shooter. You're always moving, always running. The player unknown, you're stalking around, trying to make not a lot of noise, trying to blend in. So it makes less sense to me to have skins. And that's my biggest problem with it. Crates, sure, that's a fine way to do it. Everyone thinks of loot crates and stuff. So would you be down for this? Would you actually buy skins and stuff for it?
Not really, just because.
What if they had a skin to make you look Samurai Jack?
Ooh, you bastard. You got me there.
And then one of them make you look like Haku. You'll stick out like a motherfucker, but you'll look like Haku.
The flaming eyebrows will be worth it.
Oh my god, they could animate the eyebrows.
And then you'll go prone in the high grass and light it all on fire.
And then when you jump like 80 feet in the air because you're Samurai Jack and you jump good.
Oh, yeah. Fuck the parachute. I don't need it.
I jump good.
Maybe they'll introduce pets and you get flying monkeys.
Indeed, maybe. Our next little bite here is Blizzard Entertainment announces Overwatch contenders. So have you heard about this, Grace Peepers?
Yes, recently.
Very recently.
Yes.
So Blizzard Entertainment has announced Overwatch contenders. It's a developing league for future professionals for a multiplayer first-person shooter. So pretty much, yes, we all know Overwatch first-person shooter. That's kind of like a MOBA. Or actually, it's Team Fortress 2.
Yeah,
It's Team Fortress 2 with special powers. So they're just pretty much they're making a professional league. It has open qualifiers, and it goes down to group stages, and then it goes to playoffs, and then from there, they crown like a winner of a season and stuff like that. So it's an official professional league, pretty much.
Made by Blizzard.
So that's another. It seems like all the developers are doing this where they're going to just run it themselves, which kind of makes the most sense because they can control the message. They can do the terms the way they want, and they have the overall say in it.
It is our game.
Yeah.
It is our tournament.
But what do you think about Overwatch being competitive? Like, I don't feel that's the vein of Overwatch. I still don't. Yeah, you can be competitive in it, but I don't know if this is Blizzard's like, oh, we're Blizzard and it's a shooter, so we have to make make anything esports. Like, they feel like maybe, I don't know if they feel obligated they have to do esports for every game they make. I like when games aren't traditionally like esports, like, Pigment, things like that. That can be competitive, and I like when the community rises up and makes it such a competitive thing. When every developer is just trying to make competitive, I feel like they're just pandering to people, But
Nintendo's making Splatoon competitive. You saw their little Nintendo Direct for the Switch. They had the people wearing the shirts. They're practicing with their Switches.
Yeah, they are. So it seems like every developer is just pandering to now. Now, I don't think this is a bad thing. What's nice about doing that out of the gate is that you could foster something, and then at that point, if it does get big, you're prepared for it. But but when you crash and burn on it, it just kind of comes off as like a weird situation, But overall, I think it's a good idea when developers do that because there's a chance then it can grow up into some big competitive esport.
Makes me sad. It's like, why couldn't it be all big and competitive back when I was actually good at Halo 2?
It was, man. Remember game battles, man? Game battles.
I don't believe in game
No
battles.
one liked game battles. But Games Battle MLG, man, they always had competitive Halo. They were one of the first people who did that.
The only problem I had with game battles was just fucking when we did it with Gears of War, and it's like, who gets host?
Dude, they had to trade the host.
Yeah, but still, like, it's best out of 5, so someone's getting the host for 3, and someone else is being host for 2.
That's why they rotate the host and be best man wins. There you go. Best man wins. Next little bite, we got some sad but good news and at the same time. Red Dead Redemption 2 has been delayed until spring 2018.
Do it. Delay it.
Yeah, that's why I said it's kind of bad news because we're like, oh, man. But then we're like, oh, shit, they're going to make a game better because that's what they said. They say they need more time to fix out the game. We all know Rockstar does not release a game unless it's pretty much spotless, like kind of like Blizzard. They don't really release games with bugs or anything.
We don't talk about GTA Online.
Well, GTA Online I wouldn't say it was buggy. I think it was just because people hit it so hard in the beginning. There's really no one that can prepare for that.
Oh, it was more than buggy. Hey, look, I figured out how to hack it. They have unlimited money.
Yeah, but they got those people after the fact. But they did say they will have some news in the summer to hold us over. Until then, I'm expecting a big announcement or a big trailer or a big something at E3.
I just want to know if I'm going to be able to play online with my friends.
They said they were going to have an online system, so yeah.
I mean, the other one had, like, the multiplayer, but I mean, like, I actually want to, like, be able to play the campaign and, like, or do, like, GTA Online.
Yeah, that's what they said. They're going to doing the same thing like they did with GTA Online.
You'll
be able to make up a team of people and everything.
Oh.
You can have your little outlaws and all that fun stuff. Now, I assume in terms of, like, how the economy works, everything will be the exact same as GTA Online.
We're going to form a posse and we're gonna hunt them down.
Hunt them down. We're going to put them down.
Why are you chasing me? It's not because you're black, I swear.
Wait, this is the Western, so maybe this is appropriate. I don't know. Oh, man. So, yeah, there you go. I'm hoping E3 will see some cool gameplay trailers and there's some story trailers or something to get more in-depth look at it. Next was actually surprisingly, a lot of people have been talking about this, and I didn't think Sonic would be something people need to talk about. But in the new Sonic Forces game, they'll apparently be able to have a new customizable hero character that will be in all the cutscenes of Sonic and everything, and it'll be your guy to play through the story mode and team up with Sonic. This is a big topic right now because a lot of people online have already done like fan-made characters before, and there was kind of like a subculture behind it already. So seeing how they're actually supporting it and making official tools to make your character that will integrate into the cutscenes is pretty interesting. And, you know, I can never say this, but it's the first time Sonic has done something that got me interested in a while. I don't know if it's really going to improve the gameplay, but it's a cool feature for sure.
It's definitely, like, wanted. After Sonic Boom?
Boom! Hey, man, I'm cool. I've got, like, wrappings around my hands to make me cool and hip. And I'm Knuckles, so I need to be on steroids.
I know. It's like,
he wants to be a professional wrestler.
It's like, why is Knuckles, like, retarded and then he's got the retard strength to go with it?
Oh, man. Hey, man. I don't know about that now.
No, they made him dumb.
I don't think he was dumb. I don't think he was, like, that dumb.
He was dumb.
I saw one episode of Sonic Boom, sir, and he did not seem retarded dumb. He seemed a little less... but see, Knuckles was never really, like...
He had
some intelligence, but he wasn't, like, Tails.
He was like my barbarian who had the intelligence of 3. He did...
In Boom, but in general, I never thought he was, like, a smart character.
No, he was smart. I mean, he freaking was...
I don't know. He keeps losing those Chaos Emeralds. Can we really say that he's smart?
His clan was... I don't know.
I don't know all the Sonic lore, but those Chaos Emeralds always seem to go missing, and he doesn't seem a good job of protecting them, just saying.
I want to know what's in them chili dogs. I think Sonic's been drugging them.
So here, have one of my famous chili dogs, wink wink.
I mean, there's got to be a reason why he's so addicted to them.
Gotta be.
Eggman's putting crack in the sauce.
That crack. That makes it so good. Oops, didn't mean to click that.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. Next little bite. Life is Strange is getting a sequel.
Oh, yeah.
So people remember that time warping adventure game, Life is Strange. If you're actually interested, we have our own little playthroughs on our website as well. On the official, let's say, Do Not Nod. I don't know how to say their stupid name. People that made the game.
Don't Nod?
Yeah, Don't Nod. Is that how you say that? Don't Nod?
Yeah, Don't Nod.
Whatever. See, we got to stop being so cutesy with our fucking names. Everyone's got to, like, we got to have a cool name. Can't we have just simple names like I'm Spark Entertainment? Like, there you go. Simple. To the point.
Friggin' the company that does PlayerUnknown Battleground. Blue Hole. I don't know why I keep thinking it's Butthole, but whatever.
There you go. Simple. Works out.
Just get a nice big blue hole just show up on my screen.
So on their official Tumblr blog, which, oh boy, let me tell you, when you use your Tumblr as your update source, that's interesting. They said that they are working on another sequel to the game. It's not necessarily going to follow the exact people from the first game or anything. It's going to be just another game from them with that type of title. So you're probably going to get that type of writing, those type of choices, those type of interesting scenarios and interesting characters. It's not necessarily going to be a sequel with those characters, or even maybe even be in the same world. So there you go.
More beans for breakfast.
More beans for breakfast. Yeah. So if I'm interested to see what they do.
Is it going to be the same characters?
No.
No. So.
No. They're just saying they're just doing another sequel to it.
So by Life is Strange, it could be not even the time warping power. It could be a completely different power.
It could be different. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. It could be. We don't know. We'll have to see. I do assume it's going to be an adventure game, obviously, and it's going to revolve around strong main characters, and your choices are going to matter to an extent, of course. And that's all I'm assuming from it.
Maybe if you
maybe even though I read it wasn't going to be, but maybe even just be set in the same world at least, even if it's not the same time period. Or well, actually, it's funny because how do you do a time travel game and then if they do another person with another power, or if it's just gonna be time travel again, it's gonna be, I don't know. I'm just looking forward to what they do. I thought they did a good job of Life is Strange. So
yeah, who knows? Maybe the power will be like whenever you hug that person, you could actually transform into them.
Yeah, or maybe you'll have like fart powers.
This ain't South Park.
Oh, speaking of South Park.
Segway!
South Park's Fractured But Whole release date has been announced.
Definitely a fart joke there.
Definitely a fart joke there. So remember, it got pushed back, but now we got an official date of when it will be coming out. Originally, the game was supposed to come out December 2016. It was pushed back to this year. But now we have the official time of what year it's coming out. It'll be October 17th, 2017.
I bet you there's going to be another push.
You think there's going to be another push?
I bet you.
I think 2017 is when it's coming out. I think it is. I believe him this time. And if it doesn't, you know what? All those pushbacks helped out the first game, so why not? Why not? There you go. So I hope everyone's excited for that tidbit of information there.
Yeah.
Also, I'm going to change the doc to butt. There we go. Now it's like a booty butt.
Haha.
Fractured butthole. That's like, I'm sorry. I still love the name.
I like it too.
It's like so clever. It's like, what kind of stupid, ridiculous superhero title could we have, but also be a butt joke? The fractured butthole.
I love the Stick of Truth. Like, I could not stop playing it.
God, yeah. Like, the only way you hated the Stick of Truth is if you already didn't like South Park. That's the only way. You gotta like South Park to like the game, and if you don't like South Park, that's the only reason you don't like the game, in my opinion.
The only thing that like it left me wanting like more, like there was no DLC, which upset me.
I know the one time you wanted DLC. Well, think of the Fractured Butthole as the superhero DLC.
I'm just excited for it because it's actually gonna bring the fucking crab people.
Crab
like you got a
people.
little hint of them, but you didn't get all of them.
Crab.
I just wanted to get my crabs.
Want to get your crabs. And that's Little Bites. So let's get into some news of the week.
It's time for gaming news.
Alrighty, Crazy Peepers, take it away for the first one, as I apparently fucked up the picture here.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, go ahead and do that while I'm talking.
So, Playtonic addresses ukulele feedback. Game Informer. Jesus. Come on, stupid Pat.
Did you just say stupid tablet or bat?
iPad, tablet, whatever.
I thought you said bat, because probably just because I looked at the photo and it was in my mind.
Damn you, Batman.
Damn you, Batman.
All right, so Game Informer caught up with Andy Robinson, writer and communications director at Playtonic Games, to get his thoughts, and it's a very interesting read. La 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 la. It is a very interesting read.
So one of the things they asked here was one of the first questions was what has the feedback looked like from your end, and one of the things says it seems to confirm that we delivered what we promised to our fans and backers. It's difficult to please everybody all the time, of course, but the comments we've seen, good and bad, and there were a lot of really positive reviews as well, suggests that the fans of a Golden Age 3D platformer will enjoy Yooka-Laylee a lot. Of course, we take all constructive criticism on board, which is why we have already released a patch with further improvements, things like performance and polish, and we're continuing to do that behind the scenes. So they asked a lot of questions like that and things like that. Another noted question was, did you expect it as to be critically divisive as it was, meaning how everyone was down the middle with it? And then he came out and said, we did, but perhaps not quite as broad as it ended up. We set out to make a 90s-inspired platformer for fans who missed the experience those games offered, an open-world style of platformer where the adventure is just as important as jumping about. We had a clear mandate for Yooka-Laylee via our Kickstarter, and while that wasn't blueprint that was necessarily appealing to everyone, it's pleasing to see many people enjoying Yooka-Laylee as much as we did making it.
Yeah.
It has been a big maiden success. Maiden success?
Success.
What's a maiden success?
I think they're just trying to do a
that
play
right?
on words, like the maiden voyage of a ship.
Okay, there you go. Thank you, Pat.
Yes. So, look out for Yooka-Laylee 2, Nuts and Bolts.
They didn't make that, Pat.
I know,
These are the original Banjo-Kazooie people. They weren't around during that time.
I know.
No, maybe some of them were. Don't get me wrong. I actually don't know, but I'm pretty sure they weren't.
It was a joke.
That was a good joke. Now we make ships out of nuts and bolts and stuff. Make wacky vehicles.
I mean, if we really want to be serious, it'd be Yooka-Laylee 2-y.
Yuka-Tui. I think it'd be Yuka-Tui.
I don't know. It just makes me think of Ratatouille.
Laylee Tooley? How about that? I don't know. But anyway, so my thoughts on this is they clearly, you know what?
Ukulele Square.
I'm still standing behind my original idea that they wanted to make an old school game where the platforming was like that.
Yeah.
90s platforming wasn't the best thing in terms of controls. 3D platformers never really were.
Hey.
Even Mario 64 had its issues with the camera sometimes. You know what I mean?
You take that back. Crash Bandicoot was perfect.
But that was like so fixed. You're only going down a line. So they didn't have some of the same issues like some 3D platformers had. So I still stand behind that, and I think that was always clear in their Kickstarter. They might still just be playing that story to hide up like their lack of polish and everything, and they did already release patches to address some of those things.
Yeah.
But I still stand by that. I think that is what it is. Like, it was supposed to be a 90s platformer. It was supposed to be a 3D platformer, and it's not supposed to have the extremest, tightest controls. It's supposed to be a little sloppy. And I know some people say that, that's dumb because they should just polish and make a good game, but that is... They do modernize it a little bit, like having an energy bar instead of having to find floating objects everywhere to replenish your weapons and special abilities and stuff like that. Like, there are some modern liberties taken, but overall, I still stand by. I think that's why they did it, and I still think that's why it's such a big divide. I think it really was just made for the Kickstarter people, and just they said if other people buy it after the fact, then there you go.
Money.
And that should be reflected in people's reviews. So I think that I'm glad that we have middling reviews because it should be. I don't think this is a game that should be all around praise. It should be. Some reviewers should look at it saying, "Hey, I'm looking at it as a game in 2017," and I think that review is just valid. And if you hated it because of that, because that's what you were looking at it as, that's completely fine. And if you're a person who was a Kickstarter and saw it, it's like, "Damn, this is the 3D platform I always wanted." There you go.
Or you just be like a normal person and just get normal, like multiple reviews, because everyone has their own different opinions.
Exactly.
Don't
Or
just
play Crash Bandicoot, like Crazy Peeper said.
Hey, I'm waiting for that HD.
The HD stuff. Yeah, that'll be
June.
Cool.
June.
They hope they're not expensive because it'll be fun for like 20 minutes. But after that, then I'll be kind of done.
Then it's gonna make me want like a Spyro HD. Fucking Skylanders ruined Spyro for me.
Spyro. Hey man, you had a cool figure. You're like, I don't care about the figure.
I don't. They done fucked up Spyro, man.
They done fucked up
It
Spyro.
was such good memories.
Thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so great. Ha 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 ha.
Ha ha ha.
Fall Out Boy reference. All right, so our next news item here, I'll be taking away. The ESA has announced E3 2017 main stage E3 Coliseum.
Yes.
Oh, I look at
The
that.
console wars are going back at it, boys. We'll have Nintendo on one side, Sony in another,
Gearbox.
Microsoft, and then
we'll have Gearbox over here too.
no, we're gonna have all the mobile games in the middle.
Oh.
Everyone against the mobile. Fuck the mobile. Release the elephants and tigers.
I like how. Who would have the elephants? I think Nintendo would have elephants. Microsoft would have tigers, and Sony would have like, what are those dogs called on the Dogecoins?
Now we're gonna have it like For Honor style. We'll have Sony as the samurai. I know it's kind of messed up because it's like Nintendo's Japan as well, but
What would they be? Ninjas? Make them ninjas.
yeah,
Ninjas
no,
are Japanese, right?
Yeah, no, but they'd still be part of the Japan because you got the Vikings, which are like Norse. You got the Knights, which is Britain, and then you got fucking samurai from Japan. So Sony will be the samurai, Nintendo will be the Vikings, Microsoft will be the Knights.
Anyway, so whatever this is really about actually is, the ESA is teaming up with Jeff
What do you mean?
Keighley.
That's exactly what it is. It's just gonna be a bloodbath.
He's teaming up. They're teaming up with Jeff Keighley to bring this Coliseum to the theater live on the 13th, 14th of June. It'll act as like the main stage for E3. And that's where they'll take on, attendees can watch, see like behind the scenes of what's going on. They'll see announcements from E3, obviously. They'll actually have people on their little main stage showing off games, and also big publishers have confirmed to be attending the main stage, like Activision, Bethesda, Square Enix, blah, 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 Xbox, and things like that. And they're going to still have more announcements to come to what the main stage will be. So what this comes off to me is, with already the announcement of how they sold out like the public tickets already, they're clearly trying to transition into a public only like consumer show instead of it being like industry only people, and having a main stage that's gonna be pumping out constant content all those 2 days, in addition to like the press conferences, aids to that idea. And it's something that they're going to be doing, because if you go to a lot of conventions that are just for fans and stuff, they have the main stage, and there's something always going on at the main stage. Of course, those are usually the biggest lines, but this is going to be going on all the way through, and that's where we'll be able to watch and see your streams and everything, see what's going on. And it'll act as like that bouncing off point in between watching the streams of the press conferences and stuff. So I think they're just...
Are they going to bring back the booth babes?
They never really left, to my knowledge. Like, of course, they're not as bad as they used to be, but they'll be back. They're going to be a consumer show again, so all the boobs will be everywhere, I think. So E3 is shaping up to be more of a consumer thing, each thing they show us. So I think this is a good thing, because they need to survive at this point. When you got things like PAX, it's like, why go? Like, E3 still has this like good brand to it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people still fucking talk about E3, don't even play fucking video games. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. So they can use that to their advantage, but they're definitely transitioning to be more like, hey, everyone come to this thing, instead of it just being the place where the Wall Street Journal goes to find out about video games and whatnot, So I think this is a good thing. What do you think about this idea, having a main stage of just pumping out content those 2 days?
After the big bloody battle, dead elephants and tigers laying about the arena, the victor standing over the 2 defeated will look toward Stephen Hawking, because you can't get any more PC than the man that sounds like Wally. And he will give either the thumbs up or the thumbs down. Fade to black.
And then
Tune in for E3.
Wow. That'll be a pretty impressive ad campaign. I think that's how they should do it. And also, it's kind of like what Jeff Keighley was doing before with like game trailers and stuff. And like in IGN. And like, I don't know if he was, not IGN specifically, but he was always doing... People always would do streams from E3 and have like a main stage type showing where they have people come on. So now they have their own official thing. You might see less of those.
I don't know. I kind of like the idea, but I kind of miss how it used to be with the console wars. Like, remember that big video where it was like...
I think you just want to see people fight, crazy peepers.
No!
You keep going back to this console wars.
You've seen that old video where...
First of all, stop yourself. PC already won. Now continue.
Okay.
Just as long as we get that out of the way.
Well, I'm just saying between the console wars. I'm just saying, you remember that old video where it was like Nintendo's got freaking like Mario and Link and whatnot on their side. Then Sony shows up and they got freaking like God of War and everyone. And then fucking Microsoft comes in and he's just got Master Chief. It's like, I'm all yours.
Wow. Yeah, I remember that. It was like a parody commercial from like from who? From somebody, I don't know who. Maybe it was Game Trailers back in the day, for all I know.
I don't know. It was like, I just miss it. It was funny.
Funny?
Yeah, it was funny. Like
punny.
Like a clown funny.
Like a clown.
Like it amused me.
Like it amused me, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's shaping up to be more consumer, and I think that's just the way it's going to go, and it's the way E3 can keep itself relevant, because, as more time goes on, developers will just do their own conferences or do their own streams like Nintendo Directs, and that will be the best way for them to get their information out.
Oh, that's right. Nintendo doesn't do E3, really.
They don't do a press conference no more, no.
Damn.
Yeah, because it's not the way to do it anymore. You can just
do
your Directs.
All I want to know is when they do the Direct, is Monster Hunter XX coming to the Switch, damn it.
I want a new Monster Hunter game that's the best Monster Hunter game coming to the Switch. That's what I want. I want XX.
You want Triple X?
I want Monster Hunter 2. I think that's what I want. Monster Hunter 2 still seems to me like it was the best one.
I liked Monster Hunter Tri. Just because it still had the online, like, lobbies and, like, the events, like the Sandstorm where everything was on sale, or, like, the Moran showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I liked that because it brought the online back. I just hate that it's, like, still only handheld, and it's like, yeah, play online with friend codes and stuff. And it's like,
it's okay. The Switch version will save us all.
Yeah.
All right, that's news of the week. So let's get into Gaming Spotlight.
Nope.
Oh, you think you're funny there, Crazy Peepers, don't you?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, so I have a retro game of the week. this week I picked Final Fantasy VII.
Hey!
All right, so here's okay, you're going to think, why did I pick Final Fantasy VII randomly?
Because it was the best.
No, I don't know about that.
It is the best.
Materia system's pretty good. It is pretty good.
I love it.
For anyone who doesn't know, it's a role-playing game made by Square. And it's the
a
seventh
JRPG,
game.
sir.
It's a JRPG, and it was made by Square. And it is the 7th game in the series and whatnot. Now, this one is pretty famous, so I like to think I don't need to really explain it too much. But the reason I brought it up this week is because I've been seeing a lot of people doing some like retro replays, or because the HD remake's coming out relatively soon, in the next 2 years, hopefully. And also, I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy 15, so it makes me think about some of the old games I used to play, like Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 9, even Final Fantasy 10, and even a little bit of that 13, which was a piece of shit.
Get that out of here.
13 was shit.
And don't even get me started on the online.
So what was great about 7 was, of course, JRPGs, they're usually their strongest suit is the story, and this one is a good one. It's all about, Cloud teaming up with some anti, like eco-terrorists that are like anti-big organization.
Avalanche?
Yes, Avalanche, teaming up with against the big old mega corporation of Shinra and everything, and then they uncover some dark truths about how Cloud is like a clone person and everything like that. He got to stop Sephiroth, who's going to blow up the world and blah. It always devolves into someone's going to blow up the world, it seems like. So that's how it's a JRPG. But when you team up with the characters and build your relationship as you go on through the adventure, that's what the best part of it is. And that's really is the strongest suit that Square has always been, because that's how like Final Fantasy 15 is. Except 13, but the rest of them are pretty good.
Hey.
And 7 has some of the most famous characters that you see. Cloud is very popular. Barrett's cool. Tifa's always been awesome. Red 13, of course. The dog-cat thing. Like, is he a dog or a cat? We need to settle that right now.
He was a person and he got transformed.
It was a person. Oh, that is true. And things like that. And then finding out how, how the live stream works, and that there was these, and how Eris how she's like the key to something. Like, it was a really good story. And it had your standard, turn-based RPG type of style, but the materia system did mix it up quite a little bit, and the way the limit breaks worked and everything were pretty cool. You could build up your limit meter and try to like manage your resources that way. It was just a solid turn-based system. The materia system was a solid one. It really was.
Mm-hmm.
And just leveling up through experience, fighting mobs and everything. How it worked out. It was just an overall solid game, and that's why I wanted to show it off as the retro game pick of the week. And thank you to this guy's Crow's Graveyard for the gameplay I'm showing on screen, of course, from the YouTube. So what are your summer fondest memories from Final Fantasy VII there, Crazy Peepers?
Oh, freaking, I miss Gold Saucer. Like,
oh my god.
What?
My favorite scene is still the one where Cloud
dresses like a girl?
Yeah, that was a fun, like, you got separated from your homies, you team up with this crazy flower chick, and you gotta get in to save Tifa because she's obviously abducted.
It's like, and it's like, who is he gonna pick? The beautiful heiress? Tifa?
With her big old titties, or the flat-chested Cloud. No, didn't he put like melons in there or something?
I can't tell. The pixels, the polygons were that good.
There was a line of text where they actually put melons in. I don't remember, but yeah, so that might have been a thing. Speaking of getting separated from your party, that's the scene that's going to come up. So yeah, that was one of my favorite scenes, of course. And actually finding out that like Cloud was like, oh, I'm just a blonde-haired Zack because I have my memories. Spoilers, by the way. Like, that was a cool moment too. I liked a lot. And traveling the world after you got out of Midgard was pretty cool as well. Actually seeing around, teaming up with all the other party characters and stuff. There's a fucking vampire in the game.
Hey, leave Vincent alone.
Vincent was cool.
But, friggin', yeah, I just like Gold Saucer mainly just because I enjoyed doing the Chocobo racing. And it's like...
Yo, Chocobo Racing was like the second game in the game, man.
It was the best.
It was the best in there.
And then doing the whole taming of chocobos, breeding them, getting the gold chocobos so you could get Knights of the Round.
Yep, that was the only way to get that summon. Knights of the Round is a very powerful summon.
Such a good game.
Is it like the second best summon?
Actually, I think it's the best summon.
Doesn't it instantly kill them?
No, because you use that, and then there was, damn it. There was one where it was pretty much, kind of like you would mimic, so you would do multiple, like, over and over.
You want to hear a horror story?
What?
So let's say that it took me a long time, but
Your
I did
save got deleted?
no, the ultimate weapon. So let's say I had that, right?
Yeah.
And then you fight the item stealing bastards. Guess what item they chose to steal and run away with?
Oh.
The ultimate weapon. That was a sad time. And I worked so hard. But now I can just get the PS3 version and get a save from online that has me everything. So I can revenge.
Ah, yes.
Revenge. Yes, Final Fantasy VII is the one for retro game pick of the week.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the noted game releases for
And
this
all you
week.
people that are like, well, what about the other Final Fantasies? They're so much better. It's like, well, did they get a movie? Advent Children is alive and well.
Okay, 1, 3, and 5 are actually pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So don't. Yeah.
No, I know. I'm joking. Like,
In terms of the first modern one, 7 did a lot. The epic battle between 8 and 7 goes back and forth. I still say 7's better because you didn't have to fucking draw magic like in 8. Draw magic. Just do this. I need to fill all my magic, or I can draw the magic. That was ridiculous.
Let me tap the land.
Oh my god, that's exactly what you were doing. So yeah, that's my pick on that. All right, so no new game releases for this week. I picked out them this week. For the first one, because people
Get the fuck out of here with the Vita.
All right, so guess why I picked this one? So we have a Vita game.
Is it another dating sim?
No, here's the thing.
No, it's a dating sim.
No. I picked it because it is not a dating sim. It does have overly sexualized cute girls.
I don't
but
believe
it's not
you.
a dating sim.
I don't believe you.
It's a game. It is a venture game. Well, it's not a venture game. How do I describe this?
It's Atlas. Yeah, it is Atlas.
It's one of those, what do you call it? What do you call those tile games where you move your guy like Metal Gear
Turn-based?
Acid? Like Metal Gear Acid.
Metal Gear.
Like you got a guy, it's like a chessboard, and you
Yeah,
have a
turn-based.
battlefield. So you move your guy, and then when you move your guy, the other person moves.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's that type of game.
Turn-based strategy. It's like
I
Fire
don't think that's
Emblem.
not called turn-based. What is that called?
Yeah, it's turn-based strategy. It's
Oh,
Fire
turn-based strategy. I'm sorry, I'm
Yeah.
hearing you wrong. Sorry. So
Well,
turn-based strategy.
I'm just saying turn-based for short, but fucking turn-based strategy. It's like Fire Emblem,
Yeah,
Advance Wars.
So you move your guys across there and everything, and that's how you do your battling. But of course, they've got cute girls and stuff on there. So the main reason was it's a non-dating sim. So check that out if you want something that isn't a dating sim. Next is the PC game here that I picked out for this week. Oh boy, I bet you can't guess. So what do you think this game is about before I show it? It's okay. By the way, the game is called You Are God, just so everyone knows.
Well, I don't know. Are you God? Is that what the game is about? Do you have all the power?
Do you have all the power?
Does the song play in the background going, you got the power?
I got the power. All right, so pretty much it is.
Can you make a monkey come out of a guy's ass?
All right, so pretty much it's called Your God, and it's a game where you control the weather of the planet, watch the life grow, and develop a religion and technology, and they will worship you or forget you.
Oh, help us, oh metal lord!
Yeah, so it's one of those games where you control the universe and the planets and things like that, and you can see what life grow and all that kind of fun stuff.
I'm going to be God, and I'm going to name myself Bender.
Bender Rodriguez?
Mm-hmm.
Bender Ben Rodriguez?
Yep.
So I just thought it was cool because I always like kind of like black and white and stuff. I always like those games where you can be God and like see what happens when you mix different elements and things together. It's early access game though, so keep that in mind. Everything's early access pretty much. So
You know what else was a God game?
it's also on sale already. What else is a God game?
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
You get to choose that park goer's life by picking them up and putting them in the water. Do you save them from drowning, or do you let them die?
You cut in line. I do not like that in my world. Drown, peasant. Oh, the animal mascot refuses to help clean.
Dude, I know. That's what I said. I used to pick up the workers and be like, you're doing a bad job. Do 'em. And then they buy a new worker. No, you ever notice how the older workers, they get paid more over time?
Yeah.
You just kill them and buy a new one. It's all about that money life. Yeah, it's all about that dough.
It's like you have to have a trash can like every 5 squares. Damn, people keep throwing up them chili dogs. That was the one thing I always did in Zoo Tycoon. Fucking build up a nice big park, put a rope in front of the entrance so no one could leave.
Oh,
Release the animals.
Release the animals.
Tigers, elephants, Colosseum.
I like how everything's going back to your Coliseum thing. So those are the noted new game releases for this week, and that's the end of Game Spotlight and the end of our show. I want to thank Crazy Peepers for coming on and talking about his crazy Death Battle ideas of putting all the consoles in a room together.
That's what Ubisoft should do for Honor. Actually make, like, because I know they do, like, the 1v1 or the 2v2. Just actually have, like, a giant Coliseum. Fucking, like, tigers around you. They could, like, come close and whatnot. Have a Coke fridge that you could hide behind in case someone decides to, like, set off a huge bunch of landmines. Have Dennis Rodman in the stands with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I like how it's Dennis Rodman.
I know. It's like, really?
Really?
Couldn't get, like, some other action star?
Like Wesley Snipes? He was Blade, man. He was Blade. When's the new Blade movie coming out?
I don't think there's going to be.
They do one. It has to be Wesley Snipes. I don't care how old he gets. He has to be Wesley Snipes. They'll CG has some good skin on him or something. They'll figure it out. It's got to be Wesley Snipes.
They're gonna pull a Tron.
Sure, why not?
Actually, I guess they could do like the whole Captain America where he's like all skinny and twiggy, and superimpose his head.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You forgot about that, didn't you?
I don't think Wesley Snipes would go for that. Just saying. He seems like he's proudful of his acting body or whatever. All right, yeah. So that'll be our show.
If only he paid taxes.
I know. So make sure you guys check out all the social links on the screen there. If you're listening to audio, of course, check us out at RFBTV on Twitter. Add us to your circles of Google+. Search Remove From Play. Search Remove From Play under shows on Facebook. And even join the forums. Continue the conversation beyond the episodes at promakescorcher.proboards.com, or just go to makescorcher.com and click the forum tab at the top.
Still haven't gotten rid of that Google+.
I'm not going to get rid of the Google+.
Get rid of it.
I'm not. This has been Tuesday, May 23rd, 2017, episode 183.
The real 183.
And we'll see you all next week, boys and girls. Peace out.
Peace.